Hello, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be reading 2-sentence horror stories. These are some of my favorite videos to watch, and I made one earlier, like probably a few months ago, and even though nobody watched it, I wanted to make a second one because there are lots more on that site that I used. So I will be reading them from boredpanda.com, and let's just go right into these scary stories. Number 1. I always thought my cat had a staring problem. She always seemed fixated on my face, until one day I realized that she was looking just behind me. Okay. Number 2. There is nothing like the laughter of a baby unless it's 1 a.m. and you're home alone. So I live in an apartment complex and I hear kids crying, screaming, laughing, running all the time. So that one really doesn't bug me too much. Number 3. After so many years living alone in this large house, I came to a startling revelation. In this time, I had closed far more doors than I had opened. I feel like everybody does that. I don't know, I don't feel like that's too creepy either. Number 4. It's been watching me for hours now. Sometimes I catch glimpses of its reflection on the computer screen, but I dare not turn around. That'd be pretty freaky. Number 5. Put back the mirrors, we miss watching you. That one's pretty freaky. Oh. That one reminds me of Haley Reese because she always says how she hates mirrors. That one's pretty freaky. Yeah, like someone. Oh. Number 6. You stupid. Beep. I cried as he tied me to the rails. Don't you know this land has been abandoned for years? Of course I know, he said, walking away. No one comes here at all. Trains are literally one of my biggest fears. I hate them. Oh, that one's pretty freaky. Number 7. They delivered the mannequins in bubble wrap. From the main room, I began to hear popping. Mannequins are always kind of freaky. I feel like they're one of those things that like everyone kind of just gets a little chill as they walk by them. Number 8. The operation wasn't successful in the traditional sense since my sight didn't return, but it left me with the ability to distinguish heat signatures at least. 3 weeks have passed and I'm still not sure how to politely ask my best friend why he's room temperature. That one confuses me. I feel like I'm just stupid, but... Number 9. When I finally grabbed her in the darkness, I swam back to the surface. It never occurred to me how fast the ice could freeze over. Interesting. Number 10. You start to drift off into a comfortable sleep when you hear your name being whispered. You live alone. That one would freak me out. Yep. Number 11. You get home tired after a long day's work and ready for a relaxing night alone. You reach for the light switch, but another hand is already there. That one would do me in. Yep. Number 12. Don't be scared of the monsters, just look for them. Look to your left, look to your right, under the bed, behind your dresser, in your closet, but never look up. She hates being seen. I was never a kid that was like, oh, there's monsters under my bed. But don't look up, guys. Just don't look up. Number 13. I never go to sleep, but I keep waking up. Cool. Number 14. He even reads over my letters to make sure I spelt everything perfectly, although my capitalization isn't excellent yet. Okay, that one's not very... No, it's literally like... Oh... I don't know, it's not very funny or creepy. Number 15. My grandmother told me that it was a gift to see the angel of death in front of people's houses to know that he'd be collecting someone there soon. I thought it was a gift too, up until the day I began to see it in front of every house. Ooh, yeah, no thank you. Number 16. I kiss my wife and daughter goodnight before I go to sleep. When I wake up, I'm in a padded room and the nurses tell me it was just a dream. That's sad. Oh, that's sad. Number 17. When next you are completely alone, imagine you are listening to a sound of some kind. When that sound seems to stop, you'll know that you've been noticed. Oh, no thank you, no thank you. But number 18. The longer I wore it, the more it grew on me. She had such pretty skin. Ew. Oh, that's like some Criminal Minds episode. Oh. Number 19. Nighttime swimming is one of the benefits of working at the public pool. One night after everyone left, I was wading in the deep end and I felt a hand grab my ankle. I work at my public pool and we're allowed to go swimming. Oh my gosh, like, no, if that ever happened, I would quit. Like, done, not coming back. Number 20. I wish I could remember whose these people were. They tell me I have Alzheimer's. That's sad. Like, that's not very scary because Alzheimer's is real, but that's sad. Like, that's sad. Number 21. She wondered why she was casting two shadows. After all, there was only a single light bulb. Shadows freak me out. I don't like shadows. No thank you. Number 22. The last man on earth sat alone in a room. There was a knock at the door. Ugh. Apparently you're not the last man. Number 23. Ready to settle down for the evening. I put my headphones on. The whispering coming from them startled me. They were not plugged in. Whew. Number 24. Neatly laid across my dining room table, I found a dull kitchen knife, a torn, crusty rag, and a flip video camera, which seemed to be recording. I own none of these. Run. Oh my gosh, like, she's gonna get murdered. Number 25. The dead are watching us now. That's the good news. How is that? I mean, depending on the sense, that can be comforting. Number 26. Oh, this is kind of a long one. As he woke up once again in the same doorless room, his body covered in the accumulated blood and sweat from the previous nights, he noticed a gun in the corner which he grabbed up and pointed at his own temple. Soon he would be reunited with his wife and daughter with a merciful bang, but as he pulled the trigger, he was greeted only by a cold, metallic click. That's so sad. Like, I don't like that one. Number 27. The heart attack came and went, knocking Meg into unconsciousness, and as he awoke, he could hear the graveside service around him. Somehow the casket was translucent to him, and he recognized what is English? He recognized some of his friends, but his body would not move, and he realized with terror what death really was. Oh my god, could you imagine if he wasn't dead and he was just being buried alive? Oh. Number 28. I was having a pleasant dream when what sounded like hammering woke me up. After that, I could barely hear the muffled sound of dirt covering the coffin over my own screams. There we go, being buried alive. That's not cool. Like, oh, that's so freaky. Number 29. Attending his funeral today was really scary. It might have been the constant muffled screams I heard or the worry of someone noticing the dirt on my hands. So, they buried their friend, maybe alive. There's so many of these. Like, if you can tell, I don't like being buried alive. Number 30. You wake up. She doesn't. That's sad. That's like... ah. Number 31. The funeral attendees never came out of the catacombs. Something Something locked the crypt's door from the inside. So if they're locked from the inside, couldn't one of them in the inside unlock it if they're all inside? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't the, like, catacombs worker be inside as well? I don't know. I think I overthink these so much. Number 32. It sat on my shelf with thoughtless porcelain eyes and the prettiest pink doll dress I could find. Why did she have to be born still? That is so sad. It's sad that she was born still, but it's freaky that someone would keep her. You know what I mean? And keep her like a porcelain doll. Oh. And that's it, you guys. If you guys liked this video, then be sure to let me know, because I like these videos. I do tend to overthink them a lot, but if you haven't seen the first one, I will link it down below. If you guys have any video suggestions, comment them down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.